Characteristics of successful community development initiatives and challenges inherent in the community development process. What makes a community development initiative successful? Why do some projects create lasting change while others struggle to achieve their goals? In this video, we will explore the key characteristics of successful community development initiatives and the common challenges that communities often encounter throughout the development process. Let's begin by examining the factors that contribute to successful community development. What makes community development successful? Successful community development does not happen by chance. It requires careful planning, active participation, effective leadership, collaboration, and a commitment to sustainability. When these elements work together, communities are better equipped to address challenges and improve quality of life. One of the most important foundations of success is the active involvement of community members. Community participation. Community participation refers to the active involvement of residents in identifying needs, planning projects, implementing activities, and evaluating outcomes. When people participate, they develop a sense of ownership and responsibility for community initiatives. For example, residents who help design and maintain a community garden are more likely to support its long-term success. While participation provides the foundation, successful initiatives also require a clear sense of direction. Clear goals and objectives. Successful projects have clearly defined goals and objectives. Clear goals help stakeholders understand what they want to achieve and provide a basis for measuring progress and success. Example: a literacy program aiming to improve reading skills among elementary students by 20% within 1 year demonstrates a clear and measurable objective. However, even the best goals require effective guidance to become reality. Strong leadership. Strong leadership helps guide communities toward shared goals. Effective leaders inspire participation, facilitate communication, resolve conflicts, and coordinate development activities. A community leader who organizes meetings, mobilizes volunteers, and encourages collaboration plays a critical role in project success. Leadership becomes even more powerful when different groups work together toward a common purpose. Stakeholder collaboration. Stakeholder collaboration involves cooperation among community members, government agencies, educational institutions, non-governmental organizations, and the private sector. Collaboration allows communities to access additional resources, expertise, and support. Example: a community health project supported by local government, healthcare providers, and schools demonstrates effective stakeholder collaboration. Beyond collaboration, successful initiatives must also be designed to create long-term benefits. Sustainability. Sustainability refers to the ability of a project to continue providing benefits long after its initial implementation. Sustainable initiatives reduce dependency and encourage communities to manage their own development. Example: a livelihood project that trains participants to independently operate small businesses promotes long-term sustainability. To sustain progress, communities must continuously strengthen their skills and capabilities. Capacity building. Capacity building focuses on developing the knowledge, skills, and abilities of individuals and organizations. Communities that invest in learning and leadership development become more capable of addressing future challenges. Example: training community volunteers in disaster preparedness equips them to respond effectively during emergencies. At the same time, successful development requires that everyone has an opportunity to participate and benefit. Inclusiveness and equity. Inclusiveness and equity ensure that all community members, including marginalized and vulnerable groups, are represented and heard. Inclusive development creates opportunities for everyone and strengthens social cohesion. Example: involving women, youth, senior citizens, and persons with disabilities in community planning promotes equitable development. Finally, successful projects must regularly assess their progress and outcomes. Monitoring and evaluation. Monitoring and evaluation help communities determine whether projects are achieving their intended goals. By measuring outcomes and identifying areas for improvement, communities can make informed decisions and strengthen future initiatives. Example: evaluating whether a livelihood program has increased household income helps determine its effectiveness. While these characteristics contribute to success, community development is rarely without challenges. Understanding community development challenges. Despite careful planning and strong community support, development initiatives often face obstacles. Recognizing these challenges is essential for developing strategies to overcome them. Let's explore some of the most common challenges encountered in community development. Limited community participation. One common challenge is limited community participation. When residents are unaware of projects or feel disconnected from decision-making processes, participation levels may decline. Example: a planning meeting attended by only a small group of residents may not accurately represent community needs. Another challenge often involves the availability of resources. Resource constraints. Many development initiatives face resource constraints, including limited funding, personnel, materials, and technical support. Without sufficient resources, projects may experience delays or reduced impact. Example: a healthcare program may struggle to expand due to budget limitations. Even when resources are available, leadership and governance issues can create additional difficulties. Leadership issues and conflicting interests. Weak leadership, poor coordination, and conflicting stakeholder interests can hinder project implementation. Different groups may have competing priorities, making consensus difficult to achieve. Example: community members may prioritize healthcare services while decision-makers focus on infrastructure projects. Beyond organizational challenges, communities may also encounter resistance to new ideas. Resistance to change and social barriers. Resistance to change occurs when individuals or groups are reluctant to adopt new practices or technologies. Social and cultural barriers may also limit participation and acceptance of development initiatives. Example: farmers may hesitate to adopt modern agricultural methods, while cultural norms may discourage certain groups from participating in decision-making. Additionally, communities must contend with challenges beyond their control. Environmental and sustainability challenges. Natural disasters, climate change, and environmental degradation can disrupt development efforts. At the same time, communities often struggle to sustain projects once external funding or support ends. Example: a livelihood program may cease operations after grant funding expires, while flooding may damage community infrastructure. Despite these challenges, communities can achieve meaningful progress through preparation, collaboration, and resilience. Conclusion and key takeaways. To summarize, successful community development initiatives are characterized by participation, clear goals, strong leadership, collaboration, sustainability, capacity building, inclusiveness, and effective evaluation. At the same time, communities must address challenges such as limited participation, resource constraints, leadership issues, conflicting interests, resistance to change, social barriers, environmental risks, and sustainability concerns. When communities understand both the factors for success and the obstacles they may encounter, they become better prepared to create positive and lasting change. Remember, community development is not simply about completing projects. It is about empowering people, strengthening partnerships, overcoming challenges, and building a better future for everyone. Thank you for watching. Follow my channel for more lessons on community development, leadership, planning, and sustainable development.